You know what time it is? Time to hang out with Mr. Coop. With Mr. Cooper, with Mr. Cooper, with Mr. Cooper. Get the latest scoop from Mr. Cooper, from Mr. Cooper, from Mr. Cooper. Hang with Mr. Coop, with Mr. Cooper, with Mr. Cooper, with Mr. Cooper. Get the latest scoop from Mr. Cooper, from Mr. Cooper. Yeah.
Welcome to the Big Scoop with Coop. I'm your host, Coop. Big shout outs to everyone that's listening on Apple Podcasts, Pandora, iHeartRadio, TuneIn Radio, Stitcher, wherever you're listening to. Big shout outs to you. If you want to catch the video version of this show, make sure you go to my website to catch full episodes at thebigscoopwithcoop.com. Also on YouTube at youtube.com/thebigscoopwithcoop. You can also catch a 15-minute preview of this episode right here on Instagram at Big Scoop with Coop. All right, people, enough about me. Quick question for everyone. Have you all watched a movie and said, hey, I really believe this guy is really another guy, but he looks like a stunt double? Well, guess what? I have one that's almost just like that. He's identical. His name is, my next guest is Hobart. Hobart is an identical to Ryan Reynolds, and he has a movie that's coming out that's called I Am Ryan, and we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about some of his movies like Free Guy and the Hitman's Bodyguard. So we're going to talk about his career, his movies, and more. So sit back and relax and enjoy this episode of the Big Scoop with Coop with Hobart. Welcome to the show.
Woo! That's where the fireworks go off and all the production value. Thank you, Coop, for having me, buddy. This is fantastic.
Thank you. I would shoot the fireworks off, but you know what? It might start a fire in this building. Now I'm not going to even do it right now. So,
yeah, understood.
Yes, sir. How's your day going so far?
Pretty good. Speaking of fires, I live over in like Malibu area. Now we got a bunch of fires over here, so we're watching right now. So we are on lookout. We're all packed up just in case. You never know. It's windy over here in LA. So yeah.
Yes. And it's about that season for that to happen anyway. That's like an annual thing, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Every year we get that wind. So be prepared, kids. Be prepared.
You heard them. That's what I'm talking about. I'm in North Carolina, so I'm finally getting the weather that I want. I'm a spring and summer guy. So yeah. I love that type of weather. I would love to have the LA weather, but you all can keep the fires. But give me the rest of it.
Well, yeah, North Carolina is not too bad, but I got to ask before we start, Coop, it's a very important question. Duke or UNC?
Oh, Chapel Hill all the way. UNC, Carolina Tar Heels all the way.
Thank you. Okay, yeah, Tar Heels. You heard it here first, kids. I painted my driveway when I was a kid with the Tar Heel logo, so when I could hoop and stuff. And when I went to basketball camp, I came from Illinois, so I flew out to North Carolina. I was like 12 years old. I think Dean Smith, I think he was still around. Guthridge was the coach then. But anyway, yeah, I got to meet everybody and go to camp. It was awesome.
See, oh gosh, that's what I'm talking about. You went to camp, and I'm still trying to actually get there to enjoy the camp. That is awesome, man. Gosh, that's what I'm talking about. Now, Hobart, now for the people that's getting introduced to you for the first time, when did you first realize that you wanted to get into the entertainment industry?
Oh man, so I've been saying this. I blamed Phil Collins for real, because in 4th grade, my parents took me to a concert of Phil Collins. And I grew up with music in the house, like Beach Boys, Motown, stuff like that. And they took me to see Phil in the round, and that was it. I was like, well, this is probably what I'm going to end up doing. And now in Illinois, you don't know how you're going to get there, because it's like, you're either like a teacher, a police officer, or you stay in town and, hang out at the bar, that sort of thing. So, or a farmer. So I didn't know how I was going to get there, but music was that kind of key. So I knew from 4th grade on, it was in the back of my head, I was going to do music one way or another. So I started playing the drums. I learned guitar, singing, all that fun stuff. And that's what took me to Hollywood, right after college. So I came out here in a band, and we tried to make it and stuff. And I ended up sticking around because I got into acting and working in studios and stuff anyway with the music. And so I got lucky. I know I got lucky. And that's where the turn took, where all of a sudden I started body doubling for Ryan Reynolds a little bit because I look a certain way, and I didn't even know it was for him. And that's where everything kind of started with this journey of I Am Ryan. Is like, I got hired because I looked like him, which is fine with me,
Yeah.
Yep. The American Temu version. That's me.
Ladies and gentlemen, watching worldwide, I was not going to even go there with that one. I won't even. That's not a Timu version, okay, people. When he said that, that's not my words. I wasn't even thinking about that.
That's good SEO. That's you can use that. That's fine.
Now you see, I like what you did right there because see, with me also, I've been in a couple of indie movies, but the music thing. If I would have went to Hollywood and done music, if they would have heard me outside of humming. They would have said, "Pack, don't even unpack your bags. Take your butt back to North Carolina." Outside of humming, I can't touch nobody. I'm sorry.
Like, get out of your coop. Yeah, I understand. Yep. That's cool though. You did some indie movies, dude. That's awesome. I love it.
Yes. Like I said, but if you tell me to do a musical part, if it ain't humming, beatboxing, or a little bit of freestyling, if you tell me to sing or put an instrument in my hand, I'm kicked out.
There you go. I understand. I shouldn't be acting or writing or hosting. But the music's fine. But I shouldn't be doing anything else. I don't know how I got into that. I got lucky.
That's what I'm talking about. Now, I'm glad you brought up the Ryan Reynolds thing. So how many times have you been stopped in public and people thought you were Ryan Reynolds?
Dozens of times since I've been an adult, especially with people who weren't from here. I won't specify who, but specifically they'll be like, hey, and they'll want to take a picture with you and stuff like that. So that does happen. But even Americans sometimes, like I was working out one time and Ryan's trainer, when Ryan was like Amityville Horror, like big boy, he comes up to the side of me. He's like, hey, what are you doing? And I look over and I don't know this guy and I'm with my trainer at the time. And he's like, oh, you're not Ryan. And I was like, oh, no. So I just keep doing the lats, I don't know what they're, and then the trainers are talking and he's like, he thought you were Ryan Reynolds. I'm like, oh, okay.
Hey, I'm surprised though, Hobart. I'm not gonna lie. I'm surprised you didn't just try to run with it. I'm talking about even for the very first time when people stopped you. Cause I would have said, I would have been petty. I would have tried to figure out how far I could go with this without actually crossing the line. But I would have ran like Forrest Gump with that bad boy.
I've not corrected people for sure. I've one of the funny stories from this movie is we had to rent a car. Production was renting a car. And so since I'm one of the producers of it, I didn't do anything. But you know what I'm saying? They made me a producer on it because I wrote it. They said, we need you to go pick up this car because there's a convertible in the movie, for our cool guy scene where he's driving a convertible. Won't give anything away, but we have a convertible. Woo! You saw it in the trailer. You're fine. Yep. Anywho, I go to pick up the convertible with my little nephew, and he's so excited because he's never ridden in a convertible before. He's all excited. He's like 8 years old, right? And he's got his little car seat with him. We show up. We get dropped off at the rental place. I didn't have my ID. I didn't have my light. I didn't have credit card. I had nothing on me for some reason. I was just like, so we show up. And Coop, do you think they rented me the car?
They gave you that car.
They gave me the car.
I knew it.
I think it's because of I look like a certain lovely Canadian beefcake. I think so. I don't know. So one of those things.
You know what, ladies and gentlemen, watching worldwide, I'm gonna try this. I'm gonna go out to California. I'm gonna meet up at Hobart. We're gonna try to get some free dinners. I want some steaks. I want some everything. I'm gonna see what we can do for free. Just by using Hobart's face.
We're gonna go to Red Rock. I feel like Red Robin will be fine for you and me. We'll go in. We'll get some extra pickled chips. We'll be all right. I think we'll get some free stuff.
And look, don't take our pictures, people. Look, we just trying to do an experiment here. That's all we're trying to do. To see how far we can go with this thing. That's what I'm talking about.
We'll be fine. California, we won't get in trouble for that. It's California. We'll be fine.
That's right. Everything goes in California. No rules. That's what I'm talking about. Yes. Now, let me ask you this, Hobart. Now, when did you first realize that moment where you were like, okay, this resemblance is going to change my life? I'm talking about in the industry. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I already know. So it's when I got paid to do the Hitman Bodyguard's poster. So they brought me in and I didn't know who it was for. They just said they need 6'2", 195 pounds, brown hair, little chiseled jaw kind of thing. And I came in for it and they're like, okay, this is for a poster. You're going to be with Samuel L. Jackson. The dude did not look like Sam Jackson, but I was like, okay. And so they took our pictures and stuff, us holding the pistols and doing everything. And if you look at the poster today, you look at these hands, you look at these arms, it's me. You'll be like, oh, that's Hobart in the suit and stuff. And they just cut my face out. So they paid me like $350, and that was it. And I was like, oh, this is awesome. I just got paid $300 to look like Ryan Reynolds, right? And that's when it hit me, because I had just started writing scripts, and I had like published my first book that year, and I was getting into writing. I'm like, this would make an interesting movie, just kind of my life, but hyperbole, where I'm walking around Hollywood ruining this guy's life because I'm taking all the jobs that he wouldn't do. And also, you know, everything that comes with that, of course. So that's when I knew. 2017 is like when I wrote the first script, and it took we're like 8-9 years later. Yeah, it took that long to get somebody to say yes on that.
Ladies and gentlemen watching worldwide right now, I want to tell you this right now. This shows you, regardless if he looks like Ryan Reynolds or not, if you actually have a passion for doing something, go out there and do it. I don't care what it is. Go out there and do it, because you don't know how far this can get you. And I'm not just talking about in the entertainment industry. It could be outside the entertainment industry. You could look like the best plumber in the world. You might get hired to do the job. But if you don't have the skills to do it, please don't mess up nobody's house. But besides the point, if you know how to do the job, you do it, and you take every advantage that you have and every opportunity that comes around for you, because you never know where this is going to actually take you.
Right.
Now, speaking of that, and how you just said they took a picture of you, you got paid $350 just to get your picture taken. Now, what was Ryan Reynolds' reaction when he first saw you?
He's never seen me that I know of. So here's the deal. So we've always been one step apart for all these years. Like I did the video game music for Deadpool. He didn't know that. I did all of his pictures. He probably still doesn't know it. His people definitely know who I am by now, because last year on Instagram, he followed me on Instagram out of nowhere. I was like, what the heck? And then all of a sudden, he blocked me. And I was like, whoa, what's going on? And then they unblocked me like a day later. So I think they were figuring out the pieces. They're like, who is this guy? What's going on? So I'm pretty sure he knows who I am. I don't think he gives a hoot, because, you know, he's busy with all of his great stuff. And we like Ryan quite a bit. The whole movie is like a love letter. We're like, yeah, you're fantastic. You've done great work. But I'd never met him. But I'm sure if there's a sequel, there's a good chance he'll make a cameo as Brian Reynolds' brother or something funny like that, where he doesn't even say he's Ryan. I think it'd be funny.
You just spoke that into existence.
Yeah.
That's an awesome idea.
Yeah.
Hold on, Hobart. I will talk to you in 1 second. Hold on. Ryan, listen to me, man. Because you probably watching this. Listen to me. He just threw you an alley-oop. A softball. What are we waiting for? Yes, we know the movie is about to come out in the 22nd. Great. This is going to blow up in theaters. I already know it is. It's time to start working on part 2. What are you waiting for, Ryan? You know what to do. And no, this is not AI. He's Hobart. He's really real. Let's put this in the making. Okay, Hobart, back to you now. I had to throw it out there for you. You threw the alley-oop. I had to throw it also for you.
Yeah.
That is right. Awesome.
I sent Ryan an invitation today to the movie. So we'll see. Guys, I'm telling you right now, if there's a second one, I have a very good feeling that Mr. Reynolds would be interested in doing it, just because it's so funny. And we could write a really great part for him.
That's what I'm talking about. And we will have Hobart and Ryan on the show at the same time. Yes, you all will probably think it's AI, and I got 2 people of the same person. No, we will have Ryan and Hobart back on this show. That's a guarantee. We're going to bring this happen. We're going to make this happen.
I always call him the Canadian version of me, and I'm the American version of him. But I don't even know. Like, he may have American citizenship now, and that's a tough test. So I don't even know. I know he lives here, but is he American? I don't remember.
I don't remember neither. But I know.
Easy Google.
I know he's touched Canada a lot.
Yeah, well, he was born and raised there.
I know he was born there, but I'm talking about going back and forth ever since, he started the entertainment industry.
Well, he's married. I guess he can have dual citizenship. That's right. Yeah. That makes sense. That makes more sense. Yeah.
Yes.
Got it. Yeah.
Ryan, if we're wrong and you watching this, man, go on to correct us.
A couple of knuckleheads just chit chat. We don't know Mr. Reynolds. We don't know.
Yeah, exactly. Now, let me ask you this also, that Hobart. This could be a good one. And this one of my personal ones, I want to know myself. What's the craziest behind the scene moment you experienced working on films like Free Guy or on the Hitman's Bodyguard?
Yeah. I go back to Hitman's Bodyguard because like the Free Guy stuff was pretty basic where it was like VFX lighting and stuff. So they're like filming me and then they're going to replace it with Ryan later. So that's nothing very fun. But the Hitman's Bodyguard was funny because it started out with just me posing, you know, like looking cool. And then all of a sudden they're like, okay, here's some pistols. I'm like, ah, sweet. You know, Illinois boy with some pistols. Let's go. And they're like, can you dive? And this is for $350. This is not normal Hollywood. I'm like, yeah, I can dive with some pistols. Let's go. So I start diving to the side and pretending and doing all the moves, right? But then they're like, can you pick up fake Sam Jackson? I'm like, heck yeah, I can pick up fake Sam Jackson. He's like some 55-year-old dude who's bald and stuff, barely looks like him. They put him in the clothes. Like, it's like they couldn't find the right guy, right? They didn't try very hard for Sam. So anyway, I pick up this dude. He's probably like $2 bills. I'm like, I'm ready. Take the picture. Yeah. This is before AI, so that was the best part, picking up Sam.
Let me find out, Hobart, that you're the one that kind of made AI come into the movies.
It's my fault. It's my fault. Yeah.
No, it's not your fault. You pat yourself on the back for that. That's the reason why all this stuff is happening. And thank you. Thank you.
Like, it's crazy how much goes into that VFX stuff, the visual effects for kids at home. It's crazy how much that goes into it. And now you can just replace it with a type of paragraph. It is wild what's happening right now with AI.
And that's the thing also, in all seriousness, so Hobart, the elevation of technology and AI that's coming into the entertainment industry is it's a great thing, but it's kind of scary at the same time because we don't want the actors and actresses, we don't want the cast to be replaced by AI. It needs to be to a point where they shake hands with each other. Where you still have your original cast that's going to be in the movie and get paid like you're supposed to be, but have AI help to boost up the visual effects to make you guys not look like $1 million, look like $1 billion. That's where it needs to be.
Well, I agree with that. I think there's so much downside to AI as it is right now, but there's so much upside that we haven't seen yet with the potential. I think Matt Damon and Ben Affleck are doing it right, where they like built a studio and they're like filming everything with real actors inside of it and this huge studio with all these little marks and things. I think that's wonderful because all of a sudden you don't have to worry about, is it cloudy outside? Are we wasting money? So instead of spending 300 mil, they're only spending 70 million, which is still insane to me. And unfortunately, I think it's going to get rid of a lot of background actors, which is really kind of sad because people got their start as background actors, like Brad Pitt. He was a background actor. So a lot of sad things to come with it, but I think there's a lot of good to come with it too, especially if you're creative and you get on it quickly, kind of embrace it quickly. So yeah, I see it in music all the time now. Like there's live concerts are going to be really funny when somebody shows up and they have these great AI songs and all of a sudden they can't produce, they can't sing. So it's going to be an interesting 5 years for sure. I'll leave it at that.
Ladies and gentlemen, watching worldwide. I'm sorry, I got tickled on his last line because Hobart just made me think about bringing back Milli Vanilli.
Yes, yep.
And Milli Vanilli could be looking like, hold on, we the one that started this. Why? How are these people getting paid now?
Right,
what are we on?
Why are we in trouble when now it's normal? Yeah, exactly.
That's crazy. Big shout outs to all the musicians that's actually using AI, the entertainment industry that's using AI in the right way. Right. So big shout outs to all of you guys because you all are making your careers jump higher and quicker than what the original plan was 10, 15 years ago. So
embrace it. Hustle, embrace it, learn everything you can, kids. Get ahead of the curve quickly. Don't wait. You got to go.
Hey, you heard it here first right here. Hobart just told you guys, man, go on and start working on your craft. Not right now because you're watching this interview. After this interview, go, yes.
Yeah,
tighten your fingers away.
Get on the treadmill. It's okay. Yeah, you can listen to us.
That's what I'm talking about. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Now, let's talk about it now, Hobart. Man, big movie coming out, I Am Ryan, about to hit theaters real soon. And also, I want to make sure that we do touch on this subject right here because you have the role of Brian in the movie I Am Ryan. Can you tell everybody about your role and how excited were you to run this role?
Say that again. Say that again.
Yes.
The part of Brian. Yeah, go ahead.
Yes. How excited were you to have the role of Brian in the movie I Am Ryan?
Well, so it was the really exciting part is so I wrote the movie and I pitched it to Carl Jackson Studios, who I was going to work with on another movie. I had a small part I had auditioned for and I got it. And I became friends with Carl, the head of the studio. And so we just were texting back and forth one day. And I said, I got this really cool idea for a movie that wouldn't break the bank. It's super viral. It's super marketable. And it's called I Am Ryan. And so I pitched it to him. And a minute later, he's like, yes. Oh my gosh, yes. No, let's do this right away. And so I knew coming in what the movie was and all that. So creating Ryan Reynolds was funny to me because obviously it's a play off of Ryan's name. You just add a B to it. And during the movie, the Henry's like, why don't we just, Henry's the manager, by the way, the skeezy manager in there. He's like, why don't we drop the B in the it's like 30% of the name anyway. It's kind of silly. Why don't we drop the B in your name, Brian? And so of course Brian's gullible and a goof and he agrees to it. So I think the real magic was creating the character and giggling to myself as I was writing it, thinking, am I going to get away with this? Not legally, but just am I going to get is somebody going to like this? Is somebody going to laugh about this? So I think that was the magic moment for me.
Wow. Now, tell everybody, I already know, but I want you to tell the world right now, when is this movie releasing and how can they see it?
Yeah, so we're releasing May 22nd in Los Angeles. It's going to be in North Hollywood at the Lamel Theater. And we're going to do 2 premieres, which is super cool. It's like a premiere / Q&A. So at 5:10 and 7:30. All the cast and crew is going to be there. All the people that buy tickets, they can all come in. So May 22nd in Hollywood. And then we're going to, since it's an indie movie and we can do this, we're going to take that. We're going to build that week. And then we're going to go to Dallas June 5th and June 6th. And then we're going to go to New York City June 16th. So it's like this traveling circus of releasing the movie, which is super cool. And the theaters are all about it. And if it does really well, then we'll poof it and everybody gets it right away. But since it's an indie movie and we're building this bad boy from the bottom to the top, we're going to start LA where it started. And we're only a few days away. I'm excited.
Wow. Everybody that's in the Los Angeles area, bump that. Everybody in California.
Yes.
Make sure you catch this premiere. If you want something good to laugh at, that you had a hard day at work or whatever, come out to this movie screening because you get to meet the cast. You get to meet the crew. You also get to watch this movie that's basically based off of Ryan Reynolds with Hobart that looks like Ryan Reynolds, but we're going to put a B in front of his name. Man, This is something you cannot pass up. Make sure you invite your family, your friends, your associates. You know what? Invite your haters too, because haters need to laugh also. So make sure you go get tickets. Make sure you do not miss this premiere, because people in California, if you miss this premiere, I'm sorry, you better get plane tickets because you're going to Texas, everywhere else where this thing is going to go. So if you miss to Cali, you better go to Texas and watch it. Get your cowboy hat on, sit down, and watch it. That's
we'll
what
keep running it.
About.
Yeah, we're going to keep running it until we can't. When the theater run is done, we plan to go international, which is super cool. We've already got some markets that want it, and then the streaming, which will be really fun because I'm of this generation where it's like I expected it to go to streaming right away, and Carl Jackson Studios like, nope, this is a theatrical run. It's a different subject. It's funny. People are going to like it. So we're going theaters first. We're going old school. I'm so excited about that because this may be the last time I'm ever on like a big screen versus just in your pocket little screen. We have other stuff, but this is really cool for me.
Man, I'm sorry. I'm not going to claim that one right there, Hobart. I believe that you're going to still be on big screens and you're going to be in streaming at the same time. That's what's going to happen. Yes, your career is nowhere close to hitting that climax part. There's going to be so many parts and so many offers is going to come to you based off this one movie by itself. You built your legacy already in the previous stuff. Hitman's Bodyguard, Free Guy. But this right here is going to be a game changer.
I hope so. Thank you. Thank you for the support.
Yes, that's definitely going to come. Now, what was the hardest part for you? Because, like you said, you starred in the movie, you wrote it, produced it. I mean, you helped do a lot of things. What was the hardest part for you?
Oh, that's easy. Which is super embarrassing. Composing. So I composed the music for the movie. That was the selling point with Carl, was like, you've already written it, great. You can act in it. That's fine. And I said, I'll compose it. And he's like, yes. Holy smokes, yes. Because, I mean, that's a huge deal to write all the music for the movie, like to do all these things. And people ask, like, that's insane. It wasn't. It felt completely normal. They all lead to each other with me. It's all storytelling. So writing the music for it was the hardest part, because it was like, okay, I got to get this right. I probably wrote 3 songs per song that made it. So, like, there's a soundtrack coming out on the 22nd for the movie. It's 24 tracks. It's insane. And it's all sorts of great genres. Like, I really leaned heavy in that bossa nova college marching band drum, like HBCU, like really heavy hitting percussion, because that's what I grew up with. And so now it's all like, yeah, it's crazy. So think of like the Austin Powers theme song, and then like, yeah. So it's nasty. It's a popcorn movie for sure. You're gonna be like this in the seat.
Oh my! You know what? Okay, California, I'm not going to stress to y'all anymore. This is big. You better take your butts to the movie theaters. Not just to watch the movie, the instruments that's coming for it also. This is hot. I love it. I love it. Now, are there any other projects that you're working on right now that you want the world to know about?
Yeah, that I want the world to know about. I think it's been leaked pretty good that I do have another movie coming. We're filming later this summer, so everybody knows that there's like a dark comedy coming from me. So stay tuned on that. I do have another movie in the works. I think the fun thing that I really want to push, other than the movie, is the soundtrack for right now. I think I got tons of music that just came out this year. They can all search it. Hobart, Big Sushi Vampire. That's my Instagram. But the soundtrack, I want everybody to dig in. I think that's arguably the best part of the film. I like that music, so I'm very excited about that. So that's what I'm pushing.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I was about to ask you next. Tell the world one more time, how can everybody follow you on social media to keep up with the latest and greatest of what you're doing?
So it's super simple. I'm an Instagram guy, so please use Big Sushi Vampire, because I'm big. I love sushi, and I'm a vampire for the sushi. So Big Sushi Vampire. Easiest way to find me, of course, I'm on YouTube and TikTok and Patreon and all that, but Instagram is the way to go. So always tag me there and have fun. And that's where I'll lead you all the music and stuff too.
Ladies and gentlemen watching worldwide, make sure you follow him on Instagram, because you want to keep up with the latest and greatest of what he's doing. You never know what's going to come out next with this guy. So make sure you follow Hobart. You'd want to make sure you keep up with everything he's doing. Now, Hobart, it's the last segment of the show. You know what this is. It's Take the Floor. You have up to 2 minutes to say whatever you want. No questions asked. Hobart, take the floor.
Okay. Let me first start by saying thanks to Coop, the Scoop with Coop. Nailing it, buddy. Yeah, you did a great interview. Coming from one host to another. I host a bingo game. I've done it for 6 years. So talking, good job. You did a great job. Let's talk about shooting garbage into space. No, I'm kidding. Let's not. I'm going to do a freestyle rap for Coop, and then I'm going to leave, okay? I got to go feed the dogs. All right, here we go. I learned this one at church. Ready? Well, my name is Hobart, and I tell it like it is. I work with Coop and all of the kids, and he's fantastic, and he's so cool. I think maybe we went to the same school. Maybe UNC. Could have been. I don't know. Maybe Duke. No, we don't want John Shire. He's cooked. But I had a fun time with the Coop and the gang. Please have me again. Again and again. All right, we're good.
That's what I'm talking about, people. That's probably going to be a bonus track that's going to actually show up on I Am Ryan. You never know.
I love pretending. I'm always like, guys, I open for the Wu-Tang Clan. Well, my name is... Yeah. It just always starts with that.
Hobart, I want to say thank you so much for coming on the show, and I would love to have you back on in the future.
Thank you very much. And next time I'll just play rock and roll music. That'll be way easier.
Not a problem. Ladies and gentlemen, the next episode of the Big Scoop with Coop, my next guest is, I'll announce my next guest. You better follow me on social media to keep up with the latest and greatest. Until the next time, people, on the Big Scoop with Coop. Peace.
You know what time it is. Time to hang out with Mr. Coop. With Mr. Cooper, with Mr. Cooper, with Mr. Cooper. Get the latest scoop from Mr. Cooper, from Mr. Cooper, from Mr. Cooper. Hang with Mr. Coop, with Mr. Cooper.